Have you ever planned something so sweet, only for it to turn into the moment your world shattered? That's exactly what happened to me. My name's Emily, and just 2 weeks ago, I packed a suitcase, grabbed our 2 kids, and flew across the country to surprise my husband, Mark. He was away on a business trip in Chicago, just 2 weeks, he said. Nothing out of the ordinary. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. But something was off. Liam and Sophie missed their dad. They made drawings for him. Sophie even insisted on wearing her princess dress because, in her words, "Daddy will cry when he sees me." Honestly, I thought he would too. I booked the flights. I even coordinated with his assistant, though she sounded weird, like hesitant. But I brushed it off. We were excited. Nervous. I imagined his face lighting up when he opened the door and saw us. I thought it would be one of those unforgettable family memories, the kind you talk about for years. And it was unforgettable. Just not for the reason I hoped. Because when I opened that door, when I saw what was on the other side, everything I believed about my husband cracked wide open. But I'll get to that. First, let me show you how it all began. Have you ever felt too sure of something? Like the moment before the fall, when everything just feels perfect? That's where I was. The idea hit me one morning while packing Liam's lunch. He looked up and asked, "When is Daddy coming back?" I smiled, kissed his forehead, and said, "Soon." But inside, I felt this ache. So instead of waiting for Mark to come home, I decided we'd bring home to him. I called his assistant, Jen. She sounded startled. Like, audibly stiff when I asked for his hotel details. "Oh, yeah, sure. He's at the Fairmont. Room 418, I think," she said. Then silence. That pause should have told me something, but I laughed it off. Probably busy, right? I booked the tickets for that weekend. A direct flight to Chicago. Told the kids we were going on a secret mission to surprise Daddy. They were thrilled. Liam made a card with "Best Dad Ever" written in shaky blue crayon. Sophie couldn't stop spinning in her dress. She kept asking if we'd get chocolate pancakes with Daddy at the hotel. It all felt like a movie. A happy one. The morning of our flight, I left Mark a quick voicemail, just saying I loved him. Didn't hint at the surprise. On the plane, Liam asked if Daddy would cry happy tears. I told him, of course. But I was wrong. Because when we landed, something already felt off. Have you ever walked into a place and felt like the walls were holding a secret? That's exactly how it felt when we stepped into the hotel lobby. The Fairmont was nice. Polished marble floors. Too quiet. Almost tense. Sophie ran ahead with her little suitcase. Liam clutched the sign he made, still beaming. And me? I felt this weird pressure in my chest. Like I knew something was off, but couldn't name it yet. I went up to the front desk, all smiles. "Hi, I'm here to surprise my husband. Mark Turner. He should be checked in already." The woman behind the counter froze for a second. Just a second. Then smile on. "Yes, of course. Mr. Turner is in room 418. Would you like me to ring him?" I shook my head. "Nope. It's a surprise." As we waited for the elevator, Sophie twirled. Liam practiced his "surprise, Daddy" voice. But inside, my stomach tightened. Something about the front desk clerk's hesitation, the way she avoided eye contact, it rattled me. But I pushed it aside. 4th floor. Ding. We walked down the carpeted hallway, hearts pounding. Room 418 was at the very end. I reached into my bag for the spare keycard they gave me. Slid it in. Green light. I opened the door slowly, expecting joy. Instead, silence. Dim lighting. A soft jazz track playing. 2 half-full wine glasses on the table. And then, from behind the bathroom door, I heard laughter. A woman's laughter. Have you ever seen something so wrong, so out of place, that your brain refuses to process it? That's what it felt like. The bathroom door opened. Steam spilled out. And then she stepped through it. Wrapped in a hotel towel. What hair? Bare feet on the carpet. She was maybe mid-20s, gorgeous, effortlessly put together even with water dripping down her neck. She wasn't expecting anyone. Her eyes landed on me. Then Liam. Then Sophie. Her face froze. Mouth slightly open, a soft gasp caught in her throat. Time stopped. Behind her, I heard his voice. "Babe, did you order room serve?" And there he was. Mark. Shirtless. Damp towel slung around his neck like he had all the time in the world. Until he saw us. He didn't speak. Didn't rush forward. Didn't look shocked. Just stunned. Like he'd been caught sneaking a second life out of the closet. I couldn't speak. My throat locked. I looked at the woman again. She looked at me. No one moved. Then Liam whispered, "Mommy, why is Daddy with another lady?" My heart shattered. I bent down to hug him, shielding Sophie's eyes. I stood back up and asked, calmly, but shaking, "Who is she, Mark?" He said nothing. Not, "This isn't what it looks like." Not, "Wait, let me explain." He just stared at me. And then she spoke. "Who are they? What's worse, the lie you never saw coming, or the truth they don't bother hiding?" Mark finally stepped forward. Tension thick in the room. The woman backed up slightly, clutching her towel tighter, clearly realizing this wasn't a harmless visit. I looked at him, waiting. Pleading, maybe. For something. Denial. Guilt. A shred of remorse. Instead, he ran a hand through his hair and exhaled like I'd just caught him being late to dinner. Not cheating in a hotel room while his kids watched. "Emily," he said. "I didn't expect you here. No apology. No shame. Just inconvenience." "You didn't expect me here?" I repeated. "That's what you have to say?" The woman stepped forward, unsure. "Mark, who is she?" "She's my wife," I said coldly. "We're his family." Her face strained. She looked like she'd been slapped with ice water. "You're married? You said you were separated." He turned toward her slowly. "I told you. Last week." That was it. No defense. No cover-up. Just confirmation. I wanted to scream. To throw something. But my kids were right there. So I stayed still. Quiet fury pouring out of every inch of me. And then he looked me dead in the eye. "It wasn't a mistake, Emily." I blinked. "What?" "I didn't mean for you to find out like this, but I'm not sorry. I haven't felt like me in a long time." Sophie clung to my leg. Liam was crying now, quietly. I stared at Mark. This stranger I once knew. And then I turned and walked out of room 418. But what happened after? I never saw coming. Do you know the exact moment your heart stops breaking and starts rebuilding? It was 20 minutes after I left that room. I was sitting in the hotel lobby, both kids asleep on my lap, when it hit me. I wasn't going to cry in front of him. I wasn't going to plead, scream, or wait for some last-minute redemption arc that wasn't coming. I booked a new room. Just for the night. I needed space to think. To breathe. I needed to make one decision, one clear, final choice for me and the kids. That night, I lay awake next to Sophie, who mumbled in her sleep, "I miss Daddy." And I whispered, "Me too." But I didn't miss that version of him. The one with the towel and the secrets and the hollow excuses. I missed the man I thought I married. The next morning, we flew home. No goodbye. No text. No message. Just silence. 3 days later, he sent a long email. I didn't read it. I archived it. Whatever explanation he had didn't change what we saw, or what he chose. I'm not saying I'm okay yet, but I am saying I'm done. And if you've ever found out the truth the hard way, if you've ever knocked on a door you wish you hadn't, then you know. Sometimes the worst surprise is the one that sets you free. If this story hit home for you, leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe, because what happened next? Oh, trust me, it's not over.